Welcome, everyone, to Oglethorpe University. Welcome to Hermits Stadium, of course, the home of the Stormy Petrels. My name is Drew Dickinson, and tonight we've got some Fast Pitch United coming at you, and, of course, our home team, the back-to-back WPF champions, our Atlanta Smoke, taking on the New York Rise. Smoke come into tonight's ball game with a 6-3 record. And, of course, the New York Rise at 3-5. Leading off for the New York Rise, number 25, Alex Brown. She'll also be playing third base this evening. Clemson and University of North Carolina graduate. Born right here in Georgia, in Savannah to be exact. And at Clemson and North Carolina, she was a career .344 batter. And first pitch from the circle is a strike. Pitching tonight for Atlanta Smoke, of course, is going to be none other than number 36, Autumn Pease, 5'9" Minnesota graduate in the circle tonight for the Smoke. And swing and a miss on that one. It's going to be 0-2, the count. Beautiful night here in Brookhaven, Georgia. Sun just now hiding its face. Good for us because about an hour ago it was an absolute scorcher out here. 0-2 pitch, a little high. Ball one. 1-2 the count. Pease, of course, 4 games this season so far. 14.1 innings pitched. And the 1-2 count. Foul tip. Brown still alive. Of course, she is batting lefty. I tell you what, nice crowd here showing up at Oglethorpe University. They're coming in, still coming in as we speak. And Peace getting the sign from Mason. There it is. Could Mason, she can turn around and catch it, and she does. She spins around, takes a look up, catches for the first out of the ball game. Very, very easy play for the catcher. Elizabeth Mason, the catcher, FSU grad. Coming to the plate for the visitors, number 28. Lauren Lucas. First pitch. A little low. Maybe ball one. Lucas from Little Elm, Texas. She attended college at Wichita State University. Another lefty. Second pitch from Pease. I don't know about that one. A little high. 2-0 the count, says the ump. Pease has a 5.37 ERA, but she does have 13 strikeouts on the season, so let's see if she can look to build on that. And foul tip, going to be the first strike of the count here for Lauren Lucas. She was 2025 first team all-conference. And 2025 NFCA All-Central Region third team. Back to the circle for Pease. 1-2 the count. A little high and up and to the right. 3-1. A lot of chatter from the dugouts. Pease. Big hit to the right field, easily caught for the second out of the afternoon. Of course, Morgan Howell from Arizona State making the catch in right field. Coming to the plate will be Riley Blampede. Right here from Cordell, Georgia. First pitch from Pease. And swing and a miss right there for Blampede. 0-1 the count. Second pitch of the at-bat for Pease. This one just a little high. 1-1. Blampede was a 2024 College Sports Communicator Academic All-District team. The righty, third pitch. Looks like it just a bit high once again. Back to the circle goes Pease. And the pitch. Second strike of the at-bat. Nice pitch from Pease. Autumn getting a little confidence boost from that one, it looks like. 2 outs. Top of the first. Rise at bat, short hit to the infield, easily collected, and the throw to first is good. Grimm with the catch, and the Rise will head to the dugout where they will come to the plate for the first time this afternoon, and we're going to have Janae Jefferson leading us off in the bottom of the first. Three quick outs for the Smoke. Fly ball to right field. Short little blooper in the infield. And, of course, catcher turning around and making a nice, easy play right behind home plate. Pitching tonight for the New York Rise is Allie Light. She takes the circle now for her just a brief warm-up before we get to the bottom of the first inning. Score is still 0-0. No hits, no runs for the New York Rise. This is the first of the 3-game series this weekend. Of course, I didn't mention at the top of the program, this is the home series debut for the Atlanta Smoke. Done fairly well, 6-3 record. Last time we saw the Smoke in action was Tuesday with a victory over the Orlando Monarchs, where they won 9-6. Previously, well, just the day before that on June 30th, they lost 2-8, so good to bounce back and come here to Atlanta for the first of 3 against the Rise. To the plate now, Janae Jefferson. She's going to lead it off. 7 hits on the season, average so far, .438. Something you really like to see from your leadoff hitter. And stepping into the circle, ready for her first at-bat of the afternoon, Allie Light. First pitch of the home series for Smoke is a ball. Second pitch, low to the right. Well, my right, their left, excuse me. 0-2. Jefferson, University of Texas Longhorn graduate. She stands in the box, batting lefty. Third pitch, she hits it, line drive through the gap there in left center. She turns first, and she's going to hold up with a leadoff double. Janae Jefferson increasing that .438 batting average. What a way to start off the season for the Atlanta Smoke. And Janae Jefferson, of course, wanted all the smoke on that third pitch. Double to lead off the game. And coming up to the plate for the Atlanta Smoke, Coco Woolley. 5'4", Texas A&M graduate, playing shortstop tonight. Her first pitch is going to be foul right over that Smoke dugout.
Oh yeah, Coco!
Another left-handed batter.
Yeah, 3! Go, Coco!
And she attempted the bunt, and it looks like she got under it a little bit too much. Pops over the home plate for a ball. Well, excuse me, for a strike. And third pitch for Woolley. Good eye from the Texas A&M Aggie. Jefferson on second after her leadoff double. Light, nice hit right up the middle. Got to be careful. The throw to first is good. And first out of the inning for the Smoke. And coming to the plate, batting third, number 17, Jada Cody. Cody's the designated player tonight for the Atlanta Smoke from Central Florida. And she's got her stance ready, looking, showing bunt. Light with the pitch. A little inside, low and inside. Ball one. Still showing bunt is Cody with Jefferson on second. Here's the pitch from Light. Short little hit to the infield. Shortstop scoops it, and the throw is in time to first for the second out. And coming up to the plate is arguably the best hitter on the team that so far this season for the Atlanta Smoke, Charlotte Eccles. She's batting .308, 8 hits, 2 home runs, and 8 runs batted in. Let's see if she can send Jefferson, send her on home. First pitch from Light. And it's going to be a strike as Eccles watches it go right into the catcher's mitt. Playing catcher for Rise is Nugent, and that one is going to be just a bit outside. 1-1 is the count. Nichols, Florida Gator. And the pitch, another hit. This time is going to go to the second baseman, and she's going to drop it. It's going to be an error in the infield. Error by number 26, Riley Blampede, and it sends Jefferson home. Infield single for Eccles. Her .308 batting average just got a little bit better. Her 9th hit on the season. Coming to the plate for the Smoke, number 47, Morgan Howe, excuse me. First pitch from Light to Howe. That's going to be a strike. Second pitch of the at-bat for Howe, the right fielder. High fly ball. This one's going to be way left. And watching it run was Lucas. Oh, and 2 the count. Light likes the sign from the catcher. The pitch is in. It's going to be a little low. First ball of the at-bat. Good eye from Howe. Howe's got a .462 average on the season. Eccles on first. Pitch from Light. And another foul ball to the left. This one's same spot as the last one, just a little bit further left. Count still 1-2. 1-0 score. Janae Jefferson was driven in by Charlotte Eccles. Howe still at bat. Right fielder from Arizona State. Sun Devil batting lefty. Oh, missing it in the outfield. Diving catch attempt. Spinning third is Eccles. She's being sent home, and the slide throw is over the head of the catcher, and sneaking to third base for a triple will be Morgan Howe. 2-0 is the score. Atlanta Smoke on top. Still here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs. And making a play in center field. Trierweiler just couldn't get it. But the effort was there. Coming to the plate. Batting 6th, number 9, Kiki Malloy. Kiki from the University of Tennessee. First pitch from Light. It's going to be a strike. Malloy batting .583 on the season. Trying to send Howe home. Second pitch will be a ball. 1-1 is the count. 3-0 lead for the Atlanta Smoke in the bottom of the first. The pitch from Light. Second strike, good pitch from Allie Light. Stepping back into the box is Malloy. Allie Light looking for her first strikeout of the game. Will she get it here? After the windup, another hit to second base and to first base, and that's going to be 3. But not before 2 runs were scored by the Atlanta Smoke. We're going to head to the top of the second with the New York Rise coming to bat. I believe it will be Courtney Day, designated player, will be up to bat, leading off the second for the Rise. An infield error sends Janae Jefferson home for the first run of the game. First error of the game, only error of the game. And stepping back into the circle is Autumn Pease. No hits in the first inning. And as I said before, the sun continues to go down. It's being hidden by some clouds right now. The crowd is still coming on in here, coming out to support women's fast pitch softball. I know it's the 4th of July, but I guess you know what they say, America's pastime. What better way to make it out here with the family? Fireworks aren't till later, so you still got plenty of time. And as I said, leading off the second for the New York Rise will be number 15, Courtney Day. They took all of 2024 off. She had some nagging injuries from her time at the University of Arkansas and the University of Texas. She is from Pearland, Texas. And here we go. Second inning just about to get underway. Quick deliberation at the top of the circle for the Smoke. Smoke, of course, coached by Kat Tarvin. Kat is a Lawrenceville, Georgia native. Plenty more about her during the course of the game. And the New York Rise coached by Michaela Transu. Here we go. Top of the second, about to get underway. Swing right there and missing on the first pitch of the second. All right, here we go. Second pitch of the inning for Pease. That one looked good. 1-1. Pease from the circle. The wind up. And that one looked just to be a little low. 2-1. We talked about the head coach for Atlanta Smoke. They're owned by Brandon Phillips, former Cincinnati Red, 4-time Gold Glove winner in the Major League Baseball. And, of course, the reigning queen of the ring in the WWE, Jade Cargill. And there it is. That's 3. And the first K of the evening goes to Autumn Pease. It's her 14th strikeout of the season. Here's another look at it. Perfect. It dips low just at the perfect time. And up to the plate is Ava Breadwell. She's catching tonight for the Rise. First pitch at bat for Pease. And it's going to go foul to the left, right over that third baseline. 0-1 will be the count. Second at bat for the lefty. Nice pitch from Pease. Second strike of the at-bat. Ava Breadwell attended the University of Nebraska, making her home in Shawnee, Kansas. Lots of accolades in her college career as Pease winds up, and there's going to be a hit to the third baseman. Throw all the way to first, and that's going to be an out. Number 2 of the inning. Maddie Grimm getting some action at first base. Nice throw from third from Eccles. And Spade up to bat. Left fielder batting lefty. Ball 1. Second pitch of the at-bat for Spade. Called strike there from the umpire. Pease likes what she saw. We'll wind up. Another strike. Austin, I keep saying Austin P, like the college. Autumn Pease pitching a really good game so far. We're just here in the top of the second. Smoke have a 2-0 lead over the visiting New York Rise. Just a bit high right there from Pease. Another ball. And the release from P, another foul tip. Still alive. Got a quick ball change there. More and more folks still packing in here at Hermance Stadium. Right here at Oglethorpe University in Brookhaven, Georgia. He's looking for another strikeout. Wind up, and she got it. That's 3. And we're going to head to the bottom of the second with the Smoke still on top. 2 runs to nothing, and you can see the replay right here. She thought about it, hesitated a little bit, and that split second cost that third strike. Beautiful pitch there from Pease. Heading now to the bottom of the second. Happy 4th of July to everyone out there listening wherever you may be. We gladly appreciate it. Follow the Atlanta Smoke on social media at the Atlanta Smoke. Back to the head coach for the Smoke. Like I said, Tarvin from Lawrenceville. She spent 2 years at Kennesaw State before transferring to Presbyterian College, where she finished her college career. She was named team MVP as a senior and second team, all Big South as a utility player, batting .316, 10 doubles, 9 home runs, and 31 runs batted in. Plenty more to come as regards to Kat Tarvin. Lots of accolades. Although there's that sun coming back out once again as we are about to get into the bottom of the second. Smoke on top, 2 runs to nothing. Allie Light still in the circle for the Rise. San Diego State, and she also spent time at the University of Arkansas. She's a graduate assistant right now at Nebraska. All right, here we go. Bottom of the second underway. And Maddie Grimm to the plate for the Smoke. Maddie playing first base tonight. She went to Kent State.
Yeah, Maddie.
She's batting lefty, excuse me. Wind up from Light, just a bit high. Ball 1. Light with the wind up and the release. Not a bad pitch. The umpire disagreed with me. Third pitch at bat. 2-0 the count. It's going to be foul tip behind home plate. First strike of the at bat for Grimm. Grimm batting .267 on the season, 2 home runs, 6 RBI.
Yeah, Maddie.
Another foul ball from Grimm. Second strike of the at-bat.
Yeah, Maddie.
Light with the wind-up and the pitch. It's going to be a low bobbler to the second baseman to complete the first out of the bottom of the second for the Smoke. Jasmine Hill coming to the plate for the Smoke. Jasmine Hill also attended Texas A&M. The righty facing down the first pitch, going to be foul tip to the right. I think it went almost into the New York Rise dugout. Second pitch of the at-bat. Talk about Maddie Grimm getting some action on that first base pad for the Smoke. Can say the same for McKenna Smith as well. It's going to be a strike on the second pitch of the at-bat from Light.
Yeah, Jazz.
Jasmine Hill got caught looking.
Oh, yeah,
Hill's batting .238 on the season. She's playing center field tonight for the Smoke. Light.
Hey.
And it's going to be a ball.
Yeah, Jazz.
Good eye from Hill.
Oh, yeah, Jazz.
Coming up to the plate next for the Smoke, it's going to be Kiki Malloy. This is going to be a high fly ball. It's going to stay in the infield, and it's going to be the second out of the inning. Sammy Williams catches that pop up. 2 outs. 2 outs, 2 hits, 2 runs for the Atlanta Smoke here in the bottom of the second. And at the plate, Kiki Malloy, or excuse me, I'm sorry. Elizabeth Mason at the plate. First pitch from Light. will be a strike. A little low, but high enough for the umpire to call a strike on that one. Elizabeth Mason went to Florida State University. 5'8" righty. Gets a hold of it, but it's going to go foul. Two strikes, 2 outs for Mason. The catcher stares down the third pitch. And it's going to be just a bit low there. Another ball. And this one is going to go right to center field, and it's going to be caught. Trierweiler wasn't taking any chances that time. Right into the web of the glove for the third out. And that's going to do it here in the second inning. Both teams head to their respective dugouts. Atlanta Smoke still on top of this one, 2-0. And we saw the replay of that catch in center field. You've got a aerial view here of Hermance Stadium, a.k.a. Anderson Field. As I said before, the current home of the Stormy Petrels baseball. Oglethorpe University are in the NCAA Division III Southern Athletic Association. Fun fact, also playing here at Anderson Field, the Brookhaven Bucks of the Sunbelt Wood Bat League. Formerly a football stadium, of course, completed in 1920. Named after an investor and executive with the old Woolworth Company, Harry Hermance. He donated $50,000. Stadium built to look like the Roman Coliseum, and it was supposed to seat 50,000, and as you can see, not quite that big enough, but still pretty cool looking stadium. The home of the Stormy Petrels. Spend some time here over on the soccer field. Actually, we'll be spending a lot of time here. There you see beautiful Oglethorpe University, named after James Edward Oglethorpe, the founder of the colony of Georgia, founded in 1835 in Milledgeville, which was the old state capital. University closed in 1862, though, due to the Civil War. Buildings were used as barracks and hospitals. Man. Oglethorpe University, ladies and gentlemen, the home of the Stormy Petrels. And as you hear, number 17, Sophia Nugent, University of Tennessee and Oklahoma University graduate from Seal Beach, California. And the first pitch of the third inning is going to be a ball. For the University of Tennessee, Sophia played in 62 of 64 games in 2025, with 61 of those being starts. Pease gets the right signal from the catcher. Mason delivers what she likes, but unfortunately didn't deliver a strike on that one. It's going to be another ball. Stepping out of the box to gather her composure a wee bit, Sophia Nugent. The righty stepping back into the batter's box. Pease likes the signal. And the pitch, and it's going to be a strike. Good call from the umpire. As you guys saw, Nugent was headed to first. 3 balls, 1 strike is the current count. On deck, Sammy Williams for the Rise. There you see it. Another strike there from Pease. Full count. I mean, it's safe to say Pease's Pitching a pretty good game so far. And the windup and the release, and there it is, strike 3. Another strikeout for Autumn Pease. Usually you get the curse of the announcer, not this time. Check out this replay. Beautiful pitch there from Pease. And at the plate, Sammy Williams. The shortstop foul tips right off the net. Williams actually has had some experience with some previous professional teams, Oklahoma City Sparks and Athletes Unlimited. Before that, she was attending Iowa State University. Second pitch from Pease, just a bit high. 1-1. Another California native. She went to high school, Dana Hills High School in California, where she played for the Corona Angels, but she was actually born in Chicago, Illinois, so all over the place. Another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the third. Smoke on top of the rise, 2 runs to nothing. Pease pitching a pretty good game so far, as I said before. The windup, the pitch. This one's going to be foul tipped right on the other side of the first baseline. 2-2. Of course, this is the first of 3 games this weekend. Tomorrow, same time, same place, same teams. And the series finale right here in Oglethorpe, or excuse me, in Brookhaven on Sunday. 2-2 the count. Another foul ball from Williams. Still 2-2. Williams was a 2021 NFCA First Team All-American. She stares down Autumn Pease, the pitch. And this is going to go down the third baseline, but it's going to be a pop-up right in the infield, caught for the second out. Coco Woolley with the easy catch in the infield. 2 outs at the plate is, I believe that's Trierweiler. Trierweiler from Belmont, California, another California native here for the New York Rise, and she's going to hit this one almost over the fence, and no, almost. This one's up and out of here. Ashley Trierweiler rises to the occasion and hits this one clean out of the park for the Rise's first run of the game. She got all of that one, as you can see. Look at this, boom. Let's see how Autumn Pease responds. First hit of the game, first run of the game for Pease. Back at the top of the order for the visitors. Alex Brown. Second pitch of the at-bat, just a bit high. Brown 0-1 so far this evening. Pease, the wind-up and the release right down the middle of the plate. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs. I'm sorry, 2-1. Might be a little confusion there on the scoreboard. I digress. Pease with the pitch. That's second strike. Excuse me. Yeah, second strike. And they're all right. We're good to go. Pease looking for another strikeout. Brown trying to stay alive in the count. She does, and she hits a foul tip right over the catcher. Count is still 2-2. 2 outs, top of the third. Alex Brown at the plate for the New York Rise. Pease gets the signal she likes. She sets the windup, and it's going to be a low chopper. First baseman gets off the bag to pick it up, but nobody gets her back. And it's going to be an infield single for Alex Brown. Second hit of the inning, second hit of the game for Pease. Here you see it. The lefty staring down the pitch, and she hits it's going to get a little bounce right off that hill. And as Grimm steps off the bag, just didn't have anybody stepping on the bag for her. First pitch of the at-bat is going to be a strike from Pease. Up at the plate now is Lauren Lucas. Lucas playing in right field. Second at-bat, she's going to hit one foul. She's going to go foul opposite of the first baseline. 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 more strike, and Pease can leave the inning still with the lead. The last 2 at bat have been hits, 1 a single and 1 a home run to left center. And there it is. It's the 3rd strike of the at bat. 3rd out of the inning, and Pease will head back to the dugout, still with the lead, but maybe some conversation before she heads back to the circle. There you see it once again. Here you see beautiful pitch, and just barely missing there. 3 outs, and we're going to head to the bottom of the 3rd. Atlanta Smoke still have a 2-1 lead over the New York Rise in their first of 3 here in Brookhaven. There you see another beautiful look of Anderson Field here in Hermance Stadium. I am Drew Dickinson. Thank you so much for listening to us wherever it is you may be on this absolutely beautiful 4th of July evening. As I said before, you still got time to get on out here to the stadium. I would assume fireworks don't start for a little, almost about 2 hours. Twilight ends just a little after 9. There you see beautiful look of the outfield, beautiful look of the other side of Oglethorpe University. And it looks like Allie Light will stay in the circle for the Rise. And we're going to start the order over for Atlanta Smoke. Back to the plate, Janae Jefferson. She had a hit in the first inning and a run as well. If I remember correctly, that infield error sent her home from 3rd. Here we go, bottom of the 3rd. First pitch, will be a strike there delivered from Allie Light. Texas Longhorn Janae Jefferson had no choice but to watch that one. Looking for her 9th hit of the season. Jefferson from Light. Trying to do her a favor was Nugent. Umpire didn't agree. 1 ball, 1 strike. Light likes the signal. The pitch. It's going to be a hit just barely into the infield. Easy out here for the Rise. See the replay right here. She hits like right on the bottom of the bat, standing on the first base bag to make the easy out, routine out. McKenna Smith stepping into the batter's box will be Coco Woolley. Woolley takes the first pitch, ball. Second pitch at bat from Light. And this one's going to be a strike. Evens up the count. 1-1. And 1 out. They're still packing it in here at Hermit Stadium. As the Smoker on top. 2-1. Third pitch at bat from Light. Beautiful hit right through the center. And it's going to be a single from Woolley. That's going to increase her .474 batting average. And coming to the plate will be the designated player, Jada Cody. Here you see a replay of Woolley's at-bat. Stretches out for that one. Lands right at the top of the outfield. No, look at that one, right at the back of the infield, excuse me. Showing bunt and receiving a strike was Jada Cody on the first pitch at her at bat. Central Florida grad, still showing bunt. She pulls back and trying to steal second, and successful on the steal was Coco Woolley. I would assume it's a bit different slide in that grass. Here's a replay of that. She pulls back the bunt and just not in time and unable to hold on to it was Williams. Sammy Williams from Nugent. The ball was there, even if she was tagged out. Williams wasn't able to hold on to the ball. Successful steal there for Woolley. Still showing bunt, Cody. 1 out, even count at 1. Cody calls time. The windup, the pitch. It's going to be a strike right there. 1-2 the count. Cody got caught looking. One and two the count. Cody. Beautiful hit, line drive right through the first baseman's glove and unable to keep it in her glove. Right fielder Lauren Lucas. I'm unsure. That looks like it's going to be another error here for the Rise. And another run batted in. Scoring that run was Coco Woolley. Here you see a quick replay. Nice hit to right field. She goes oppo, unable to hold on to it was Smith. And there you see the error in the infield right there from Lucas. Eccles up to the plate for the Smoke. 3-1 is the score, bottom of the third. Smoke have a 3-1 lead. 1 ball, 0 strikes for Eccles. Scary right there. Nice catching from Nugent. Keeping Cody at first. Light, the windup and the pitch. And this one's going to be hit opposite field as well. But she got under it a little bit too much, did Charlotte Eccles, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. You see that replay. She goes opposite field. But like I said, just got a bit too much air under it. And Spade with the catch in the outfield. Morgan Howe back to the plate for the Smoke. She'll take the first pitch, ball. Stepping back in the batter's box is the lefty, the Sun Devil, receiving the pitch from Light. She's going to take this one once again for a ball. Quick little deliberation here in the circle for the New York Rise. 2-run deficit just in the bottom of the third, so plenty of time left in the game with the count sitting at 2-0. And they've also got 2 outs as well. It looks like Light and Nugent got back on the same page. Nugent heads back behind home plate. We're about to get back underway. Back on the bump is Light. 2 balls, no strikes to Howell. Howell's going to swing at that one and connect on nothing. 2-2. Morgan Howell playing in the right field. Batting lefty. Light with the pitch. Howell swung and missed at it, but it's going to be, looks like, I'm unsure if she got a piece of it or if it's, either way, she's still at bat. It's going to be a foul tip. As Light looks for the correct sign, she seems to have got what she likes, the windup, the pitch to Howell. Howell's going to send it opposite field once again, but too far wide to go foul. Still 2-2. Howell batting .462 on the season. Looking to make it go higher from the pitch from Light. Nugent thought it was a strike. I thought it was a strike, but it's going to be a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Smoke still have a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the third. New York Rise got 2 hits in the top of the third, 1 a home run, which led to their first run of the game, and another single. This one's going to be too high. First walk of the game from Light. It's going to send Howe to first base, and it's going to move Cody over to second. And Kiki Malloy will head to the plate. Kiki holds the highest batting average on the team this season, batting .583, playing in the left field. She's batting right, looking to take the first pitch from Light, and she took it, but she's going to take a strike. 0-1, still 2 outs, bottom of the third. And another conversation in the circle for New York Rise. Smith, Nugent, and Light just needed a quick word, literally and figuratively, it looked like. Malloy standing in the batter's box, ready to take the second pitch from Light. She does. It's going to be low in the dirt. Good save there from Nugent. Cody was ready to take third right there. 1-1 is the count. Kiki Malloy. She's going to take it, but it's going to be a strike. Strike 2. And here's some encouragement from the Smoke dugout as Malloy looks to try and keep the inning alive. Light with the pitch. It's going to be a low, hard infield hit to the third baseman. She's unable to... She got into her glove, just couldn't get it out of her glove in time. It's going to load the bases with 2 outs. Another single from the Atlanta Smoke. Kiki Malloy... She's going to send Howe to second and Cody to third. And she stands on first. Bases loaded. And Maddie Grimm at the plate. First pitch will be a strike. Remember, Grimm already has 2 home runs on the season. She's tied with Eccles for 2, 6 RBI, but she leads the team in slugging percentage, and we may find out why right here. Second pitch from Light. And Grimm is going to take a ball, even the count up. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Maddie Grimm at the plate for Atlanta Smoke to keep the inning going. Light still in the circle for the Rise. She likes what she saw from the catcher. The pitch. It's going to be a high fly ball, but foul from Grimm. Yeah, Grimm's got a slugging percentage almost in the 800s. Looking to get that batting average up, though, from 267. The lefty stares down the righty in the circle. Allie Light likes the signal. They'll wind up a release. Grimm gets behind it, and it's going to bounce in the infield right in the middle. Going home is Howell, and going into second, sliding is she good. Grimm with the double. What an at-bat, what an inning for Atlanta Smoke. Maddie Grimm with a infield double. You see the replay once again. Sends Howell home, sends Cody home. 6-1. A 4-run bottom of the third inning for the Smoke. And Jasmine Hill, her first pitch at bat will be a strike. Yeah, I was wondering. It's six. The score's 5-1. Runners on second and third. And swing and a miss at that one. Jasmine Hill, center fielder, faces 0-2. Malloy at third, Grimm at second. Another low pitch hits the dirt right behind home plate. Nugent able to keep it alive and keep the runners at bay, if you will. The righty staring down Light, who gets the signal she likes. The pitch, foul tip to the left. 1-2 remains the count. Two-run first inning and a 2-run third inning for Atlanta Smoke, giving them a 4-1 lead on 4 hits. Light with the pitch, another foul tip. Keeps Jasmine Hill alive. Texas A&M Aggie has a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes, still 2 outs. Light's been battling these 2 outs for the last 4 at bat. 2 runs since the 2 outs. In the pitch. And it's going to go foul right over that third baseline. As you see, Kiki Malloy was on her bike trying to head home, as Graham was headed to third. 1-2. Jasmine Hill at the plate, batting righty. The pitch from Light is going to be a hit to the third baseman, all the way back over to first, where Smith was waiting, and that's going to do it for the third inning, but not before Atlanta Smoke can get 2 more runs on the board. And here you see the last at-bat here in the third inning. And Hill goes to third, all the way back to first to Smith for the third out. And we're going to head to the top of the 4th. New York Rise trailing 4-1. They were able to get 1 back in the third. What a game. Smoke have come to play tonight, right? Like I said, still plenty of innings left, plenty of ball game left. As Autumn heads back to the circle. All right. Once again, thank you so much for joining us wherever it is you may be. Drew Dickinson broadcasting live from Brookhaven, Georgia, right here at Oglethorpe University inside the famous Hermits Stadium as I overlook Anderson Field where the Atlanta Smoke are taking on the New York Rise. Fast Pitch United. Summer softball is part of the United Fast Pitch organization where teams from Florida, Kansas City, Atlanta, New York, Oklahoma City, and Colorado all reside. Autumn Pease still in the game for Smoke, only giving up 1 hit and 1 run. That, of course, was off a home run in the top of the third. Headed to the plate for the New York Rise. To begin the top of the fourth will be Blampede. Riley Blampede, of course, attending the University of South Carolina, batting right. During her time with the Gamecocks, she was a career 273, 338, 448 hitter, alongside a 934 overall fielding percentage. So, yeah, what a player for the Rise. First pitch of bat, it's going to be high, ball 1. Pease able to get out of that third inning with a strikeout after she gave up 2 hits. This one's going to be low outside. Ball 2. Pease likes the sign. The pitch. This one's going to be just a wee bit high. 3-0 is the count. It's not where Autumn wanted to be to start this 4th inning. Blampede showing bunt. The pitch. This one's going to go right down the seam for the first strike of the at-bat. 3-1 is the count. Courtney Day on deck for the Rise. Blampede once again showing bunt. She pulls back. The pitch from Pease, and she's going to go right down the seam once again for a strike. The count is full. Showing bunt once again is Blampede, and I'm sure she's going to pull back. She does, and she's going to stay alive in the count with a foul tip on that pitch. Still full is the count. There you see a replay. Nice fastball there from Pease. Went a little high. That's why you see where that ball went right over the catcher. The count's still full. The lead is still 4 for the Smoke. Blampede staring down Pease, and there you see a hit, but this one is going to go high, not too far. Easy catch. Easy out for Mason. You see replay, high fly, literally right to the right of home plate where Elizabeth Mason is making her home this evening. And Courtney Day up to bat for the New York Rise. This one's going to be low outside. First pitch of the at-bat will be a ball. Day was a part of the 2022 Women's College World Series All-Tournament team. She was also third team NFCA All-Central region here in 2025. Autumn with the pitch. This one's going to be hit high, but it's going to go foul. Chasing it down was Howe. Just unable to turn the boosters on in time. 2-1 is the count. Stepping back on the bump is Autumn Pease. She sets, winds up, and the pitch. It's going to be a low screamer in the midfield. Easy play for the second basewoman, Janae Jefferson. Tossing it to the first baseman, Maddie Grimm, for the second out of the inning. Up to bat will be McKenna Smith. First pitch of the at-bat from Pease, and this one's going to be hit high right in the infield. Should be another easy out. Grimm calls everyone off, and that's going to end the top of the fourth. The score still remains 5-1 in favor of the Atlanta Smoke. First game of three. All played back-to-back this weekend. One game tonight, one game tomorrow, and we'll finish it up here at Oglethorpe University on Sunday. I'll be on the call for that one once again. Sun's still showing its hot little face, but the temperature's dropping, believe it or not. Starting to pick up a nice breeze. And we were talking earlier about the Atlanta Smoke head coach, Kat Tarvin. She is currently in her second season in charge at the University of Hampton. Very, very young team. She's looking to make a mark very early. They just had an impressive victory over the Elon Phoenix, who made the 2025 NCAA tournament. So, like I said, young team, but Coach Tarvin is looking to build. And, of course, you see her at the helm of the Atlanta Smoke, back-to-back WPF champions. And here we go. Going to get the bottom of the fourth cranked up. And I think it's going to be Elizabeth Mason up to the plate to lead us off. Mason not having the best year behind the plate, batting 167. Looking to improve off this first pitch from Light. She's going to take the first pitch as a strike. Second pitch of the at-bat from Allie Light. Mason's going to take that one again, but this one will be a ball. If you were thinking, if you weren't thinking about coming out to the park, you're just not sure, come on out. Got concession stand smoking, of course. And, nice hit off the pitcher's glove. And it's going to send Williams the opposite way. Sammy was headed towards, you can see right here, it's going to hit off the glove of Light, and it's right there. You saw Sammy Williams going right towards where the ball was hit, but after the deflection, it just kind of took her out of it a little bit. Look at there. Smoking for the Smoke. That's a concession stand too, folks. So, there's plenty of good stuff being cooked up, being smoked, if you will. And if you feeling excited after the game, plenty of good eats around Brookhaven as well. don't know if you can hear that, but someone's starting the fireworks early as Jefferson hits one, blooped one right over the third or the shortstop for a single. And trying to get a little cheeky there was Elizabeth Mason, but she's going to decide to stay at second. And you see her replay right here. Nice hit. She kind of scoops this one. Yep, scoops it right from up under itself. And it's going to land right at the back of the infield. Woolley up to bat for the Smoke. And she's going to hit this one opposite field. Does it have enough? It's going to get, looks like it got too much air once again, making an easy catch for the left fielder, Spade. Runners still at first and second. Here's the pitch from Light. Jada Cody standing in the batter's box. Batting cleanup, Charla Eccles is on deck. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. It's going to be a strike on that pitch from Allie Light. Saw Cody show bunt her first 2 at-bats. Surprised she's not doing, oh, there it is. Jada Cody showing bunt. Runners on first and second. She pulls up. She's going to take this pitch a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. Atlanta Smoke have a 5-1 lead on 6 hits. Looking for their 7th victory of the season. The pitch from Light. It's going to be a strike, even the count. Cody showing bunt early. Let's see if she pulls this one. Again, Eccles on deck. Light to set the pitch. And foul tip this time for Cody. Count remains the same, 2-2. Light back on the bump. Cody with the bunt show. She pulls, and she's going to hit it. It's going to go foul. She hooked this one left. Count remains even at 2. Little deliberation in the circle between Smith and Light. Smith heads back to first. Jefferson on first. Cody at bat. She's going to swing at that one. That's going to be the 3rd strike of the at bat. 2nd out of the inning, and the runners will stay at first and second as Charla Eccles comes to the plate. See the replay once again. She showed bunt at almost every pitch. And let's see it again as, she chased this one as it was low and outside. Beautiful pitch from Allie Light. Light gets the signal she wants, and the pitch to Eccles. She hits it hard right through the middle, and going home is Mason, and caught in a pickle is Jefferson, and she's going to be tagged out in between second and third, but not before Mason makes it home for the 6th run of the ball game. You see a replay right there. Beautiful hit right up the gut. Diving for it was Williams. She was unsuccessful. There you see Mason touch the home plate bag just before Jefferson gets tagged out in the pickle. Another inning, another run for the Smoke. It's 6-1, now on 6 hits. Rise need to get something going here. We're going to the top of the 5th. Not much time left. And it looks like Coach Tarvin is going to stick with Autumn Pease. may have a new catcher. If I do believe, I think that's Taylor Krapf warming up. Unsure if she's just out there for the warm-up. Yeah, she's just out there for the warm-up, I believe. Leading off the top of the fifth for the Rise will be Spade. Still a beautiful night here, beautiful 4th of July night. Saw Joey Chestnut inhale over 70 hot dogs to win another hot dog eating contest. I don't know if that man's disgusting or if he's a legend, but either way, he can put down some dogs. Still warming up on the bump is Pease. Going to take a couple of more warm-up pitches before we get this 5th inning underway here from Anderson Field at Hermance Stadium, right here at the beautiful Oglethorpe University, the home of the Stormy Petrels, where you can find the Atlanta Smoke and the New York Rise 2 more times this weekend, 1 more tomorrow, and the series finale on Sunday. Follow the Atlanta Smoke on social media at the Atlanta Smoke for game information, including streaming information, as we are broadcasting live right now. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you for listening. And the 5th inning is about to get underway. Spade leading off. Pease, first pitch. Spade's going to take it. Pease is going to deliver a strike right down the middle. Rise still only have 1 hit. It was that home run back in the top of the 3rd. Unsure about that one. Again, you can see the reaction and the body language there from Pease. I think she agrees with me. Let's see this one again, see if we're right. Yeah, ooh, just a bit outside. Try to get some help from Mason. Didn't help enough. 0-1. This one's going to be hit to right field, and it's not going to stay in the park. It's gone. Second hit of the afternoon. Second homer of the afternoon. Spade sends it deep over the right field wall to shorten the lead for the Rise to 4. Here you see the replay once again. The righty going oppo. Said that a lot tonight, believe it or not. And all Morgan Howe can do is watch it as it goes over the right field wall. 6-2. Smoke still have a very comfortable lead. But Nugent stepping up to the plate for a Rise. Pease. Nice pitch. Just a bit too high, though. Wouldn't mind seeing that one again, if I'm honest. He's had a couple of close calls just this inning alone, Autumn Pease. The windup, the pitch. This one's going to be hit right to the 3rd baseman and all the way home for the first out of the inning. Eccles from 3rd sends it to Grimm, who's standing on the first base pad for another out. It's a few times those ladies have connected on an out tonight. Sammy Williams takes the first pitch, strike. She's a 2-time NCAA Woman of the Year nominee in 2020 and 2021. Sammy Williams, Iowa State grad. She's going to hit this one right to Grimm, who steps on the bag for the force. And that's going to be the second out of the inning. Don't forget, Spade with that home run to lead off the 5th. 2 consecutive outs since then. Now up to the plate is Trierweiler. 2024 National Fast Pitch Coaches Association's All-West Region second team. Lots of accolades for this New York Rise team. Just not quite enough runs so far. 1 ball, 1 strike is the current count as Pease evens it up. Nice pitch there from Autumn. University of Minnesota Gopher showing us why she still wants to be in the circle. Pitch looks like it foul tip, says the umpire. 1-2 is the count. All right, let's see. Maybe here's a replay. Pease. She sets in the windup. Yeah, okay, so it hit off the ground, then hit off the catcher, and you can see a little wince there from Mason as she rises to her feet. Quick deliberation for the Smoke. And Pease ready to step back on the bump. Trierweiler looking to shorten this lead once again. 1-2's the count. 2 outs. Top of the 5th. 6-2 Smoke. Trierweiler hits it to the second baseman. Nice play. Jefferson to Grimm for the 3rd out of the inning. Nice infield play there from the home team, showing exactly why they deserve this 6-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th here in Brookhaven. What a ball game so far. Say that again. Say that again, Patrick. All right. That sun is still trying to dominate the evening as we got makeshift fans out. Everybody doing their best to stay as cool as possible. And you see some softball supporters come on out and support women's sports. It's 2025. It should be a norm now. You see the field filling up with smoke. And you know that, I don't know if that's all pun intended or what, but it sure is a coincidence, and I love every second of it. It's almost like an advantage as we see Allie Light still on the bump inside the circle for the rise. And leading off the bottom of the 5th, back into the batter's box goes Morgan Howe, who's had quite the night. She was a part of that 3-run 3rd inning where she was driven home. Playing at Arizona State, I'm sure this sun is nothing new to Howe. The first pitch of the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be just a bit high there from Light. Howe's going to take the first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Kiki Malloy on deck for Smoke. Second pitch, just a bit high once again, as Howe takes a ball. Looks like Coach Tarvin is playing as the 3rd base coach for Smoke. Light with the pitch, high, pop fly. This one's going to be foul, chasing it down on the rise. It's going to bounce off the shed over there opposite of the 3rd baseline. 2-1 will be the count for Howe. Howe playing in right field, tried to chase down that homer from Spade in the top of the 5th. Just unable to do so. Light, the windup, the pitch. And it looks like it's going to be I think it hit Howe. It did. It hit Morgan Howe, and she's going to take the base as a walk. Let's see, here's a replay. Let's see where it got her. Got it right off that elbow pad. I mean, Is that a coincidence or what? She knew. All right, coming to the plate, number 9, Kiki Malloy, left fielder. Outstanding batting average on the season, looking to keep it higher. She'll take the first pitch, strike right down the seam. Maddie Grimm on deck. Second pitch from Light. This one's going to be hit right up the middle. It's going to be bobbled by the third. Man, unfortunate there from the shortstop. Williams, another infield error for the Rise. See the replay right here. Nice hit from Malloy, right in the glove, but it hits off the wrist and just unable to hold on to it was Williams, as Malloy sends Howe to second. No outs, Grimm up to the plate. She'll take the first pitch. Nugent just wanted to make sure the umpire saw what she saw. The umpire said, I saw it, it's still a ball. Maddie Grimm looking for another RBI. It's going to be foul behind home plate. The count is evened at 1. Grimm's got 2 home runs on the season. What a great time to make it 3 and potentially ice this one as Light winds up. The pitch, another foul behind home plate, crashing off the net. I guess those seats behind home plate, those are the VIP seats, folks. See the very important people down there, of course. As Grimm stands in the box with a 1-2 count. Light gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch. It's going to bounce in the dirt. The runners are going to advance, and sliding down, getting to second in time is Kiki Malloy. And Howe gets to third, standing up with ease. Now, Grimm's got runners at second and third, no out. The count is even at 2. And Silent Train Espinosa is on deck. It's going to be a foul tip right there. Count remains tied. Count remains even at 2. Howe at third, Malloy at second. Light with the pitch. Another one's going to bounce off the dirt. Nice catching, though, from Nugent. Keep it in her sector. Grimm staring down Light. Full count. It's going to be hit high. Chasing it down as a left fielder. Chased it down, was successful. But the throw to home plate will not be in time as Morgan Howe steps over the home plate threshold for another run. And Kiki Malloy will stand up at third. And Silent Train Espinosa will step into the batter's box for the first time tonight. Spade, the left fielder who hit that home run in the top of the inning, making a good play in the outfield for the first out. Smoke still lead. Now it's 7-2 on 7 hits. Espinosa staring down Light for the first pitch of the at-bat. It's going to be low. Espinosa takes a ball. Nugent's going to head back to the circle. Quick deliberation with Light. 2-run first inning, 3-1 third, 1-run fourth, and a 1-run so far here in the 5th for Light. I'm unsure how many of those are earned. Looks like Light and Nugent are back on the same page. Nugent heads back behind home plate. Espinoza stands in the box, facing down Light. Her first at-bat of the evening. Light with the pitch. She's going to throw it right down the middle for first strike of the at-bat. 1-1. Espinoza batting .278 on the season. 5 hits, 3 singles, 2 doubles. And this one she's going to hit down the third baseline. Shortstop steps up, throws it over Nugent. Sliding into home was Malloy. And a stand-up double for Silent Train Espinoza. University of Washington native. First bat of the ball game for her. And it's a stand-up double and an RBI. 8-2. Check out this replay. Light to wind up the pitch. Shortstop steps in. She goes home, but just over, actually, I thought it was over Nugent, just too far left. And that's going to bring a run in and increase the lead back to 6. And we may see a pitching change here as Coach Transu is headed to the circle to talk with Allie Light. Just gave up her second run here just in the 5th inning alone. I'll tell you what, Coach Tarbin couldn't have drawn this one up any better. Still in the bottom of the 5th, 8-2 lead. Plenty of more softball to go. Coach Transu discussing with the umpire. Are we going to get a change? Unsure what the conversation was about, but I'm sure we'll find out sooner than later, as now we have all 3 officials in a huddle right there in between second and third base. What a game it's been so far. Please don't forget, we are live back here once again tomorrow night. As I said before, follow the Atlanta Smoke on Instagram at the Atlanta Smoke for the YouTube link for the live stream. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Drewski Jr. 18. I'll have the link posted as well. Stepping to the plate will be Elizabeth Mason, catcher for the Smoke. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Light still in the circle for the Rise. First pitch at bat will be a strike. Nice pitch from Light. You know, little things like that can turn into a confidence booster, especially for a pitcher who's struggling. Take anything you can get. 0-1 is the count. Second pitch of the at-bat. Mason's going to take it for a ball. Silent Train Espinoza still at second after her stand-up double and the RBI that sent Woolley in for the run. 1-1. Light, the pitch. This one's going to be hit right up the gut. Right fielder coming in. Relay to the second baseman, back to the circle. And we're going to start it back over. Janae Jefferson back to the plate. Runners at the corner. Mason with the single. Here you see it once again. Hits it right to the edge of the infield. Lucas stepping in from right field to prevent it from going any deeper. And it looks like we are going to get that pitching change. Shanice Delche will take over for Allie Light. Shanice has some professional experience on her own right before joining the New York Rise. She was a member of the Oklahoma City Spark. She played college ball at the University of Arkansas and University of Tulsa. She is an Oklahoma-born, and her club team was the Oklahoma Athletics, and she played her high school ball at Carl Albert High. She continues her warm-up. We'll continue bragging on her. 2023 All-SEC first team. 2021 AAC first team All-American. 2022 SEC Pitcher of the Year and SEC Tournament MVP. So we've got quite the pitcher on the mound here. Her and Light both with plenty of accolades. Let's see if Delche can calm things down and quiet down the smoke as Janae Jefferson starts things off once again as we're back to the top of the order. And the bottom of the fifth will resume. Runners on the corner, Mason at first, Silent Train Espinoza at third. First pitch of the game goes right to the first baseman, trying to get back to the bag. Was she in time? Mason was not. And that's going to end the inning as Delche comes in, 2 pitches, and sits down the smoke. There you see a replay right into the glove of McKenna Smith, diving into the bag and beating Mason, as that will end the inning. And we'll head to the top of the 6th with the Atlanta Smoke on top of the New York Rise, 8-2. Again, this is just the first of the 3-game series. 1 game tomorrow at 7 p.m. and the series finale right here at Oglethorpe University Sunday night, 7 p.m. Atlanta Smoke making their Atlanta home series debut. And I honestly couldn't think of a better way or a better debut, as we've got not much left as we head to the top of the 6th. Alex Brown will lead off the inning for the Rise. Lauren Lucas will be on deck as we see Autumn Pease still in the circle for the Atlanta Smoke. She's only given up 2 hits, 2 runs, both home runs. 1 in the 3rd and 1 in the 5th. She came in tonight with a 5.37 ERA. And if things stand, it's safe to say that ERA is going to drop. She also came in with 13 strikeouts. I believe she's got 3 on the night. So 16 strikeouts on the season for Autumn Pease. So we still see her in the middle of her warm-up in between innings. Mason back behind home plate. Little deliberation with the infielders at the top of the circle. And Alex Brown heads to the plate to start the 6th inning. Pease steps to the bump. First pitch of the inning is going to be low, outside. You know, what a team we have so far this season for the Atlanta Smoke. And all things goes to their general manager, Eric Mays. He is a seasoned sports executive with global brands just like, you know, Under Armour, In-State, and Bruce Bolt. And looking to continue the rise of the Atlanta Smoke. And under the ownership of Brandon Phillips and Jay Cargill with Eric Mays, I just, you know, only thing that can stop the Atlanta Smoke is the Atlanta Smoke. Quick deliberation between the infield and Autumn once again. P steps back to the bump. She trails in the count 1-0. Nice pitch there from Autumn. as Alex Brown takes a strike. Remember, Alex is from Savannah, Georgia. A little far from home, but not as far as New York, but I digress. See, third pitch of the at-bat. It's going to be a ball. 2-1. Top of the sixth. 8-2, Atlanta Smoke have the lead. Pease still in the game. Foul tip over the third baseline from Brown. Brown had quite the college career. No big deal. Just Clemson and the University of North Carolina, where she was a career .344 hitter. Looking to make a little noise here for the New York Rise in the top of the sixth. This one's going to be hit to right field. Chasing it down was Howe, and collecting it in the web for the first out of the inning. 1 up, 1 down for Pease here in the start of the sixth. And stepping into the batter's box will be Lauren Lucas. Wichita State grad, 2025 NFCA All-Central Region third team. First pitch is going to be foul tipped. Strike one. There you see we've got some pitchers warming up. We see Jayla Wright, the Duke native. She is warming up for the Smoke. Pease, quick word with Grimm from the first baseline. Pease now back in the circle, stepping on the bump, ready to deliver to Lauren Lucas, who leads in the count 1-0. 1 out, top of the sixth. Just a bit too high there. 2-0. Pease stares down Lucas. The pitch right up the seam for the first strike of the at-bat. 2-1 is the count. Autumn gets a little help from the rosin bag. The set, don't wind up. Lucas wanted it, but right at the end, that ball jumped up. And it's going to be the third ball. I believe it's a full count. I'm wrong. 2-2. Now, what a pitch from Pease. She sits down Lauren Lucas. 2 up, 2 down. And stepping up to the plate for New York Rise, Riley Blampede. Look at this replay. Look at this pitch. Perfect. Beautiful pitch. Here's a better view. Right down the middle. Little inside, but not inside enough for the official to call the third strike. That one, no doubt about it. Right down the middle. Blampede stares down Pease, who's still in the game. As we saw earlier, Jayla Wright warming up. Second pitch will be just a bit high. Pease trails in the count now, 2-0. We are in the top of the sixth. Rise up to bat as they trail 8-2. First to 3, live from Brookhaven, Georgia. This one's going to hit the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. See third baseman Charlotte Eccles playing inside just a bit. This one's going to be hit to center field. Is it going to stay in? It is not, as it sails over the center field wall for the third homer of the afternoon for the New York Rise. Third hit of the day for Pease. Each of the 3 hits have been home runs, and New York taps the home plate Here's a replay of this one. It is going to be smacked by Blampede to shallow left center. Chasing it down. Making a great effort was Jasmine Hill. Just didn't have her stilts on as Blampede cranks it over the center field wall. Third homer of the evening, 8-3. Smoke still on top. Pease still on the bump. Excuse me, still on, the bump. Remember, it's not, it's a circle, but standing on the bump right there. Oh and 1. Pease leads the count. The delivery outside for a ball. Good eye from Nugent. Pease gets the sign she wants. The pitch. She's going to deliver a strike right there. Looked high from here. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Pease already given up a homer. Her third of the evening. And she's going to deliver a beautiful strike for the third. And that's going to send the Rise back to the dugout. And that might have been the last pitch of the game for Autumn Pease. And if it was, what a way to end her night with a strikeout. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th with the Rise trailing Smoke 8-3 on this beautiful 4th of July night. The sun has completely wiped itself out. Temperatures are dropping a little bit. Folks are having a blast. It's going to be a night for Coach Michaela Transu to forget. But remember, still got 1 inning left. Heading back to the mound will be Shanice Delche for the Rise. New York Rise had a fairly well to quite well 2024. They had a 10-12 record and went 1-2 in the championship tournament. Looking to bounce back this season. Things so far don't look too good as they have a 3-5 record. But still plenty of softball left. And look, you're running into a juggernaut with the 2-time defending champions here in Atlanta Smoke. Coming back to the plate is Coco Woolley. What a perfect walk-up song. Delche gets the sign she wants. First pitch is going to be high. Ball 1. Woolley almost ran right into that one. 1-0. That one's going to be just high enough, but low enough for a ball, or excuse me, for a strike. Nice pitch there from Delche. Bunt from Woolley. Can she beat out the throw? And she does. She beats it out just in time for an infield single. Back to the bag will be Cody. Here you see a replay. The pitch, and she's going to just a little tapper about 2 yards in front of her, and she turns on the boosters and beats the throw just in the nick of time. Jada Cody takes the first pitch as a ball. Cody back to her normal ways, showing bunt. Seems like there's been a runner in scoring position every time she's been up to the plate, hence why she's showing bunt. That time she takes a strike. 1-1. This one's going to be off the back of the bat. Trying to run it down, unable to chase it or the rise. Still going to be a strike. 1-2 the count. Shanice on top. Looking to close out Cody. With Woolley on first. Here's the pitch. It's going to bounce in front of the plate, and Woolley's going to take second. And she does with ease. Nice play there from the Atlanta Smoke. The count remains at 2-2. And this one's going to be hit opposite field right down the first baseline. And going home is Woolley. And she's going to cross the home plate threshold for the 9th run of the evening. And a single down the first base line for Jada Cody. Back to bat comes Eccles. As you see the replay, pulls up the bunt. Nice hit there. Right down the first baseline. Right into the outfield. Lauren Lucas scooping up and trying to throw it for a relay just to slow things down. 9-3 is the score. Eccles up to bat. Coco Woolley with the run. And the lefty steps back into the batter's box. First pitch of the at-bat. Going to be a little high. Ball 1. Charlotte Eccles, 5'5", Florida Gator, playing third base tonight. She's going to take a strike and stealing second, and successful will be the pinch runner, Anna Maria Bruni, getting her first bit of action tonight. What a call from Coach Tarvin. We had Silent Train Espinoza, her first bat of the night, stand-up double. And here we go. Eccles hits this one deep center field, backing up, trying to make the play in center field. And it is successful. Bringing the ball out of the air will be Trierweiler. Here you see a replay right here. Eccles goes deep. Backpedaling to make the play in center field was Trierweiler. And Bruni advances to third. Howe back to the plate. She's had quite the successful night. First pitch of the at-bat. It's going to be a little high. Ball 1. Got Anna Maria Bruni on third after she stole second. Then off a pop fly, able to mosey on to third base. Second pitch of the at-bat for Howell. It's going to be a strike. Evens up the count, 1-1. Bruni tagged up and made it to third easily. Let's see if Howell can drive her home. This is going to bounce off the dirt. Ball 2. Delche, the windup, the pitch. This one might be just a tad high. See Nugent holding on to it just for another split second. She thought it was a strike. Kiki Malloy on deck for the Smoke. This pitch is going to be high, ball 4, and it will send Howe to first. And Kiki Malloy steps up to the plate with runners in scoring position. Both runners on the corners with 1 out. Malloy playing left field tonight from the University of Tennessee, staring down Delche for her first pitch at bat. And this is going to be way high. Nugent brings it down out of the air, checks the runners before delivering the ball back to the pitcher. Malloy. This one's going to be delivered right down the middle for the second strike of the at-bat. Excuse me. It's the first strike. 1-1. The pitch. And Malloy wanted all of that one, but didn't get anything. Second strike of the at-bat. She steps out of the box, regroups, steps back in. As Shanice is getting the sign from the catcher. The pitch. Foul tip. Still alive is Kiki Malloy. The Tennessee Volunteer has a 2-2 count with 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. 9-3 is the lead. 2 errors on the night for the Rise have given Atlanta Smoke runs as Malloy swings and misses. Delche sits her down for the second out of the inning. Here you see once again swinging. She chased that one. Look right here. Yeah, she chased it. She went for it, stretching, unable to make contact with it for the third strike. And Malloy sits down, and Maddie Grimm steps back into the batter's box. Grimm playing first base tonight. Takes a strike from the second pitch from Shanice. One and one is the count. 2 outs. This one's going to be hit down the first baseline. Is it in? Did it? Okay, it went foul. Runner's still at the corner. Bruni at third, Howe at first. Here you see the replay. It looks like it just skips over that first base line. Yeah. 1-2. She scoops down for it, and she gets it all. Right down the first baseline is Grimm, and she gets caught in a pickle. In between first and second, and she's going to be tagged out by Smith. And that's going to end the inning. Did Bruni make it home in time for the 10th run? Here you see a replay once again. Here's the hit, goes right through second and first base. And if she would have stopped right there, she would have been fine. But she got caught rounding first and then got caught in a pickle and gets tagged out at first by McKenna Smith. And we're going to head to top of the 7th. And it looks like Anna Marie Bruni did get in time for the 10th run. 7 runs is the deficit for the New York Rise. And wow, would you look in the distance there? What a beautiful sunset we have here in Brookhaven. You know, it's the little things in life. Things aren't going well for you. Just look up. A beautiful sunset can brighten anyone's day. Looks like Pease is still in the game. What a call there from Coach Tarvin. As in the 6th inning, we saw Jayla Wright warming up. All right. Stepping up to the plate is McKenna Smith for the New York Rise. It looks like the bullpen is now calmed down a bit, as we thought in the bottom of the sixth, or excuse me, top of the sixth, that last strikeout was going to be the end of the night for Pease. Boy, was I wrong. She's starting off the top of the seventh, and this one's going to be line-driven foul right to the left of that third baseline. The umpire was not in the right place at the right time. He was able to just shimmy out of the way. 0 balls, 1 strike. Spade is on deck for the Rise. They trail by 7. This is their last hurrah. Pease delivers a beautiful strike to advance her lead in the count to 0-2. I believe 4 strikeouts on the night for Autumn Pease. Looking for her 5th. It's going to be just a bit outside, a little low. 1-2. 2-2. 1-2. Having some fun with the scorekeepers tonight. They're all over the place. Pease, the windup, and the pitch. This one's going to be a bit high and outside once again. That one's going to even the count. Two and 2, 0 outs, top of the 7th. Pease delivers. This one's going to be low and outside, full count. Guess it's safe to say we're in desperation mode right now for the New York Rise. Need 7 runs just to tie this thing. With Pease, the windup and the release. Reaching for it all goes McKenna Smith, but she hooked it foul. The count is full. Pease trying to accomplish a complete game in the home opener. This one's going to be smacked to right field. Beautiful play. Sliding to make the catch. Morgan Howe for the 2nd out of the 7th inning. Check out this replay. This one is absolutely gobsmacked to right field. And look at Howe making it look easy, getting down on one knee, scooping it up for the 2nd out. That was the 1st out. That's on me. This is going to hit the dirt, bounce over the catcher. As I said just a few moments ago, Pease looking for a complete game. 3 runs, all earned. Still may help out her 5.5 and some change ERA. The pitch. Ooh. Unsure about that one. Smoke wanted a strike. Thought it was too. Well, the umpire is there, making great calls all night tonight, so he's got my trust. 2-0 the count. Pease trailing in this one. 3 balls, no strikes. The delivery, and it's going to be ball 4. And Nugent will head to the plate. Spade with the walk. On deck is Sammy Williams. Like I said, Sophia, she's a gamer, and she's available. And when you have 61 starts for Tennessee in 2025, but you play in 64 games, you're reliable. And that's something that she's going to look to build on as her very young professional career is just getting underway. Pease with the pitch, low outside. First ball of the at-bat. Pease sets. Releases. Strike. Nice pitch there from Autumn. I'd love to know her pitch count on the night. One and one. This one's going to go off Nugent's shin. She had to shake that one off. She felt that one for sure. She's going to step out of the box, reset a little bit, get her composure. One and two. Pease. The release. This one's going to be hooked foul once again. Count will remain the same. Remember, game 2, tomorrow night, 7 p.m., live right here from Oglethorpe University. Atlanta Smoke welcoming the New York Rise, second game of the 3-game series. As Pease winds up the pitch, going to be high and outside. Mason challenging Spade at first. Spade didn't want none of that, it looked like. She remains at first. Count is even at 2. 1 out. Top of the 7th. 10-3 is the lead for the Atlanta Smoke. This one's going to be high once again. The count is now full. Pease likes the sign. It's going to be foul tip over home plate. Still a full count. Nugent's going to step out of the batter's box, collect herself and her thoughts. She's got Spade on first. Chance to cut the lead in half. He sets, winds up, and delivers another foul. Hooked, this time to the left again. Still a full count. He looks to be ready. 2 outs away from a complete game. This is going to be hit down the third base line. Charla unable to get to it. Making a stop right there before any more damage can be done is Coco Woolley. Here's a replay. Here you see, once again, it was high right off the butt of the bat. And diving to her left, trying to make a play, was Eccles. Coco Woolley backed her up before it could go into the outfield. All right, still 1 out. Got a pinch runner in at first. Kayla Weedle. Pease staring down Williams, who leads in the count with 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike. Spade at second. Pinch runner Weedle at first. One and one is the count. Still 1 out. Top of the 7th. Weidel at first, Spade at second. Williams with a 2-1 count. She's going to hit this one. And it's going to be foul. And it's going to even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still 1 out. Runner at first and second. Kind of dangerous position here for Pease. She's got the confidence of Coach Tarvin to finish this one out. Let's see if she's got what it takes. Sammy Williams with a 2-2 count. Trierweiler on deck, who's already got a home run on the night off of Pease. That was a foul tip once again. Keeps the count even at 2. Unless we get a double play, Trierweiler will definitely get a chance at bat here in the top of the 7th. Pease facing down Sammy Williams with the count even at 2. She's got a 7-point lead. The pitch goes low. Nice save there from Mason, as Spade was sniffing third base and sniffing it hard, with Weidel pinch running at first. Weidel's got some pro experience as well with Athletes Unlimited, USSSA Pride, and she attended the University of Illinois Chicago. And you see the pitch right there is going to load him up with 1 out. Trierweiler coming to the plate once again, already a home run in the bag so far this evening. This can cut the lead to 3 as we see the deliberation with the infield along with Coach Tarvin. They're discussing things with Pease. Will she finish this one up, or will they bring in Jayla Wright? But I haven't seen much activity in the bullpen, so I don't really think that's even an option at this point. Yeah, Pease is going to stay in, from what it appears. With the bases loaded and Trierweiler at the plate. Coach Tarvin just going out, trying to calm things down a little bit. Maybe slow down the momentum of the rise, and or give a little pep talk, maybe shed some confidence into the right arm of Autumn Pease, who has pitched an entire game so far, 3 runs, 4 hits. She's got a 10-3 lead. Trierweiler takes the first pitch, strike right down the middle. Again, a strike does wonders for a pitcher's confidence, no matter how good or how bad you're playing. Just ask Autumn Pease. Second pitch. Trierweiler lifts the left foot. Evens up the count, 1-1. Pease taking her time. Going to get the right signal from Mason. She appears to like what she sees. Sets, winds up, and this one's going to be popped foul. 1-2 will be the count. Still got 1 out. Standing on deck is Alex Brown. had a fairly decent offensive night tonight. And again, unless there's a double play, she'll definitely get a chance at the plate against Pease. Meanwhile, Trierweiler stands in the box with a 1-2 count. Pease gets the sign from Mason. She's going to set. It's going to be hit right to the shortstop. There's one. And trying to clean it up for two, just missing in time. But one run will score for Rise, 10-4. They've got the runner at second. It's going to send Wadle to third. And it will be a single for Trierweiler. You see the replay. Get it to second in time. It's got to be a tie, and of course, tie goes to the runner. They almost ended it there with a beautiful double play from Woolley to Grimm. Alex Brown takes a strike on the first pitch at bat from Pease. Still no action in the bullpen. I guess it's safe to say Autumn is going to bring this one home for the Smoke. Brown's going to, ooh, it looked like a strike from here. All right, 1-1. Righty versus the lefty. The pitch, beautiful. New York Rise didn't like it, as it looked like it was on the rise. But the umpire once again was there to make the call. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Pease releases. Whoa, oh man, okay. The count is even at 2. Ball's going to be hit to the second baseman, to Grimm for the third out. And I believe that's going to be the ball game. That's going to wrap it up for the night as the third out. What a game. What fun we had tonight. Atlanta Smoke are going to sneak away with a 10-4 victory. Top of the 7th. Got a little scary there for Autumn Pease, but she took it home, completed the game. 4 hits, 4 runs for Autumn Pease. 4 hits, 4 runs for the Rise. Meanwhile, 9 hits, 10 runs, and the Atlanta Smoke go on to win their first ever home game here in the state of Georgia. This is the first of 3 against the Rise. Can't thank you all enough for joining us tonight. Don't forget, stay tuned. Many more to come this weekend. 1 more tomorrow night, and the series finale on Sunday. Everybody stay safe. Enjoy your 4th of July, and we will see everyone tomorrow night. Drewski out.